What is going on, guys and gals? It is your boy J Love coming back at you with another video. Guys, before we start this video, I want to let you know about probably one of the best ELD companies out there, in my opinion, Motive, formerly Keep Trucking. They are awesome. I have used them since day one, since we have one non-CDL truck to currently having the 6 trucks we have right now. I've had their front-facing cameras. I have a charge card with them. They have a lot of different opportunities and options for you to use, and they're awesome, guys. In this day and age, when a lot of ELD companies are losing their compliance with the FMCSA, Motive is one of the most reputable companies out there. Can definitely help you out. If you guys are interested in needing ELD, hit my link below. If you sign up through that, I do get a kickback. You get a kickback as well. It's affordable. They work great. We've had minimal problems over the last couple of years, and they're awesome. So guys, check that out, and let's get to the video. Guys and gals, like the title says, we're gonna be talking about if Hotshot rates are even worth it. So guys and gals, if you watched my last video, and first off, thank you for being here. If you're new here, my name is Jason Love. I make videos on hotshot trucking in general. We started with one non-CDL hotshot in October 2022. Currently have 4 full-size CDL hotshots leased onto the company, as well as 2 semis that we own. In this video, guys, we're gonna be going over the month of March with our hotshots, how they did, rate per mile, and the whole 9. You know, a lot of times the market's always changing, and a lot of people go into Hotshot skewed, watching videos of people making a ton of money, thinking right out the gate they're going to make a ton of money no matter what. They go in with non-CDL setups. You know, they're thinking, oh, once I get on the road, I'll make money. And I hate when people just blindly believe that. They get out there and they start struggling super hard, because it is really hard, guys. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So I love being able to make these videos and show you exactly what loads we're taking, how much they paid, be super transparent on everything, and show you how much money is out there on the load boards, right? A lot of you guys are going to be pulling your loads off the load boards. You're not going to have direct shippers right out of the gate. And so that's what we do. We pull a lot of our loads off the load board. And obviously we do have an very experienced dispatcher named Trent, who does an awesome job for us. He's been with me for about 1.5 years now. Super awesome guy. One of my really good friends. And he's awesome, and he does a really good job for us. But in this month, between 3 trucks, right? And let me tell you what the trucks were, because I don't want you guys to like watch this video and think, oh yeah, he's got, you know, 3 non-CDL setups out there that can hold 10,000 pounds and 30-foot trailers. No. Obviously, we have Ray on the road, who has the F550 pulling a 40-foot trailer with 6-foot drop tarps, chains, binders, a whole 9. He also has air ride, and he has ramps, okay? Then we have Sean, who has a F450 with a 40-foot trailer. He can haul roughly about 18,000 pounds. Ray can haul roughly about 22, but we keep it about 20. And then we have Eli on the road as well. He can haul roughly about 18,000 pounds. He has a 40-foot trailer. He does not have ramps, but he does have chains, binders, tarps, straps, the whole 9. Obviously a CDL setup. Sean as well, CDL setup. Obviously he does have ramps. So those are the 3 setups that are on the road making this money, guys. Again, I don't want you just to believe blindly that they're 3 non-CDL setups and kind of run that, you know. Obviously the market changes, and you know, depending on what setups you actually have, that's going to dictate how much money you make. And I believe that wholeheartedly when it comes to Hotshot. So between those 3 trucks in the month of March, they did $72,250, and we ran 31,000, I think 200 and some change. You'll have the actual number up. I have it on a spreadsheet. So that's every mile, right? That every mile recorded by the ELD, every deadhead mile, every loaded mile was 31,000 and some change, for a total gross of $72,250. That was a total of 59 loads that were moved between those 3 in the month of March, with an average price per load of $1,225. Now, guys, that is skewed a little bit because there are some truck order not used, so the actual average of each load is probably a little bit higher, but it averages out to that, and I'm definitely cool with that number. But the average rate per mile on every load moved by those 3 guys was $2.31 in the month of March. Now, kind of to recap everything, guys, not a bad month at all. Obviously, I would love to see that average rate per mile closer to 250, but 230, you know, coming out of winter, ending the first quarter, not a terrible number, guys. You know, definitely some profit margins there. I think a lot of the guys are sitting about 160 or 170 cost per mile range. And so if you're averaging a profit per mile in, you know, a market that's not the best at 50 cents per mile, you're doing good. You know, you're making good profit. The guys, you know, they made good money this month, and it was a really good month to get caught up from the hard winter that we had. And if you guys were on the road, you probably understand how the winter was. But really, in general, Hotshot's doing good, guys. You know, I'm still finding it easier, and Trent's finding it easier to find these solid hotshot loads, the 220, 230, 240 range, than it is for us to find the semi-truck loads we need at the $3, 310, 320, 330 range, right? And so, like I said in my last video, it's about profit per mile. It's not about, honestly, not about rate per mile as much as it's about profit per mile. So it really depends on the equipment you have and what your cost per mile is, and obviously rate per mile works off of that. But guys, I think the hotshot market's looking good. It's looking good for us. We're making good money, and we're going to keep it rolling into April. You know, some of the guys are going home for Easter, but you know, having between 3 trucks, $72,000 gross. You know, average rate per mile of $2.30. I like it. I also like, you know, the number where it talks about, you know, average price per load, or average pay per load, was $1,225. That's a good number to know as well, to see what that average pay is, because obviously, you know, a lot of people think they want to have the highest gross possible. You know, a lot of people are like, I want to have the highest profit possible, the highest rate per mile possible. And so it's really about finding that middle ground to where you can keep that gross high, but also keep that profit per mile high, that rate per mile high. Because if you're too far on one end of the spectrum, you're not going to have that much gross in a week, but you'll have, you know, a good rate per mile, and your profits are going to look nice. But because the gross is lower, your profits in general are going to be lower, but you'll have higher profits per load, if that makes sense, right? But if you're on the other side of the spectrum, which is where a lot of people like to be, is having that really high gross but having a low rate per mile, then you're just going to put a lot of miles on your equipment. You're not going to profit that much, and you're just going to hit the inevitable breakdown, you know, sooner, and you're not going to have the money in the bank to be able to fix it, because, you know, your profit per mile isn't as good, right? So it's about finding that middle ground, keeping that rate per mile up, keeping that profit per mile up, and making it work like that. But guys, it's a quick little video. I just want to tell you, I believe that the hotshot market's looking good. If I was to get into hotshot right now, I would do a CDL setup, right? I don't push non-CDL, just because, you know, when the going's good, everybody can get a chunk, but when the going's bad, are you going to survive? And a lot of non-CDL guys are not going to survive just because of that. Now, if you're already established doing non-CDL and you have some direct shippers, you're working off a load board, you're a one-man army, congrats to you guys. But if you're brand new looking to get into hotshot market, I suggest you get your CDL, you build a nice CDL setup, get the biggest truck possible, the highest rated trailer possible, and just, you know, build a setup that can haul 18, 19, 20, 21,000 pounds, and that's going to give you the ability to have a lot more freight on the load board that you're going to be able to haul, and that's going to keep your average profit per mile a lot higher, guys. But thank you so much for watching this video. Check out Motive, like I said, guys. Check out Field Card RTS. Check out Factoring Through RTS. All of those things I am affiliated with. They're what I use. But I love you guys so much. I thank you guys, and I hope you all have a great day.